off Woodruff Grove, 1823. Soon to be Ypsilanti, 1829. It's your world's famous host, Karan Boomerang Games of Ypsilanti News in the World today. Before we get into our special guest, show some love for the man behind the camera. Big homie Chuck, was good. Got a very special guest, man. Strong black king in the building, man. It's a pleasure having him. Show some love for Isaac London.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate having you, brother. Dapper, man. Every man can't wear pink. So, man, what is it that you do, brother?
Well, I'm a achievement and behavioral specialist for National Heritage Academies.
Okay.
Predominantly right here at Fortis Academy.
Okay.
Is where I operate.
Okay.
And where I do my thing as far as working with the youth and working with the kids and coaching and so forth and so forth.
Dope.
So I've been an educator doing that for almost 20-25 years now.
Wow, man, that's huge, man. That's huge. That's huge. Did you go to college for this, or?
Yes, I did. I went to Benedict College down HBCU down in Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay.
Very proud to go to BC.
Proud black man. He's just all across the board.
Benedict College people out there, alumni, very proud alumni of HBCU too, but particularly Benedict College. They got me ready, man, for what I'm doing.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so very much so.
That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. So you say you are
achievement and behavioral specialist.
Okay, and what is that exactly?
Well, what I do is some people might equate it to being a vice principal, if you will, assistant dean or something like in that capacity, if you will. I primarily work with the kids.
When they
some some having behavior problems, but then on the flip side, I also work with them to achieve their academic goals.
Okay.
So they don't fall behind and be detained and all that kind of good stuff. And we all know what that leads to.
So let me ask you a question. This is all on the side.
Okay.
I got 3 kids that go to Fortis Academy.
Right. Okay.
Promise Turman.
Okay, yeah.
Demetrius Gaines.
Yes.
Destiny Burrell.
Yes.
Any of them ever come down?
Nah, no problem out there. No problem in there. No. And even if they did, you don't put down the host, man. I ain't about to say
come to school the next day like Mr. London.
No, I ain't about to do that. But no, seriously, no problems out there.
That's what's up.
I noticed with children such as that, is very prominent. I can almost always tell they have a dominant, positive black male or father period in their life,
right,
or some male that has said I'm going to take it upon myself to instill in them what was instilled in me.
Right.
So yeah,
that's great. Speaking of that, that ties into my next question.
Okay.
Is it such a burden for you? For example, when I think of the position you play, you got so many kids each year coming through.
Yeah.
And it's so hard. Is it hard for you to detach yourself? Because it's like they have to grow on and go to the next school, the next level.
It's almost like they become my kids. Literally.
Right.
If any parent knows what I'm talking about, it's hard for you if that child starts to grow and starts to kind of go their own way. It's kind of hard, but at the same time, that's the process of life.
Right.
So I understand that that's the process. I wish them the best. I love them, but that's my job. I know my job is to prepare them to go move on.
Right, that makes sense.
So that's how if you want to say I'm to detach myself, but.
And then you've been doing it 20 plus years.
Yeah,
so
I've definitely adequated myself to how I'm supposed to go about my professionalism, but at the same time, don't let that cloud judgment as far as knowing that when it's time to kind of back off.
Right. You didn't master that. That's deep. That's deep, man. We need somebody like you, like in a political seat or something.
Well, funny that you mentioned that, huh, brother. Funny that you mentioned that. Yeah, funny that you mentioned that. Actually, I am running for Michigan State House of Representatives.
Okay.
District 54, which is Ypsilanti Township and Superior Township.
Okay.
And I'm currently running here. In Ypsilanti Township, and
so the people out in the green can vote for you.
Yes, they can.
Oh man,
the people in the
speaking of politics, she ain't running for what you running for.
Okay,
so, Newz Rajendra, she's running for Senate, and she can get votes out of there, and we putting together an event.
Okay.
And I would love for you to come out and be a part of that.
Oh, I would love to be, man.
I would love for you to come, man. We're going to do a Stop the Violence event. We're going to have the food. everybody come out. Those who ain't registered voters, we're trying to get them to register to vote.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Those
Awesome.
who are, we're
We
trying to get their information, and we're trying to come back again.
Okay.
Around the time it's time to actually vote, to remind them, look,
right.
you know, we got, so I would love for you to be a part of that, man. I'm going to be bugging you with a date soon.
Okay, definitely, man. and for you, I want you to come out, have a meet and greet going on.
Okay.
Coming up here at actually not too downtown, Bonacera.
Okay,
you know
Bonacera, right.
Yes, I'm going to meet
What date is that?
It's going to be Tuesday, the 24th.
Okay, April 24th.
April 24th. If you can make it down there, everybody, it's going to be it's going to be food, drink.
What time is this?
It's going to be from 5:30 to 7:30.
5:30 to
7:30.
You're going to see me in that dapper.
Yeah. Come on, bring the family, bring your girl, bring you bring your boyfriend. Everybody come. It's going to be a wonderful event. I'm trying to get everybody down there to support. Right. And it's just meet the candidate. You come sit down, chop it up with me, as we say. Because like I tell people, I'm a real person, as you know.
Right.
Just like you, man. Right. I go to work every day and got a family and trying to support my family and do the right thing. So I'm not person that you can't come and touch and see. And,
right,
and
man. I get so tired of them type of celebrities, them type of politicians, to where they so distant.
Exactly.
And it's like, man, you just like us.
Yes,
you
man.
Know
yes,
what I'm saying? So that's huge that you have that mindset. Same places
I come from. So why you acting like that?
Right.
And to be honest with you, I've run into that a lot.
Right.
Since I've been doing this and for a few months here.
So who's in the seat now? I mean, if you don't want to mention,
I don't like. Right.
Okay,
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want to give my opponent any type of free press whatsoever.
Okay.
But we will say that he was the former county commissioner for a long time.
Okay.
Here in Ypsilanti.
Okay.
And he's been in politics. Much respect due, I'm not running no nasty campaign. That's not my nature.
Right.
That's not who I am. But
boss.
Right. I just believe it's just time for a new direction and a new vision and a new insight, and it's kind of time to just say, God bless you, but slide on over, man.
Right.
It's time for somebody. It's time for somebody to do something. So that's he's there now.
State Rep District 54.
Yes.
The city of Ypsilanti, the township, and Superior Township can vote. Man, we about to
August
7th. August 7th, man.
We're going to make something happen.
The base say you're a future mayor of Ypsi. You got to go live.
Okay. Shout out to the live.
That's we're going live. That's what's up. That's what's up, everybody.
Get down production. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
August 7th. That's when I need you. That's when I need everybody. August 7th. Go find out. If you don't know your precinct, go to www.isaaclondon2018.com and we'll find out where your precinct is. I email you where your precinct is, where you're supposed to vote. If you're not registered to vote, if you're 17 and a half by July 7th, I believe, you are still eligible to vote.
See, they don't tell our people that. See, I didn't learn something today. I didn't
17
even know.
and a half.
17
if you register by 17 and a half by July 7th, if you turn 18 on the August 7th, you are able to vote.
Right.
So, so you can be 17 and a half and still register to vote. You don't have to be 18 to register.
So, speaking of running, I'm running for Ward 1 City
Council. Okay, yes. I heard there was a little something there about that.
Yeah, they was talking the mayor talk for a minute.
Yeah, I heard that too, bro.
I decided to focus on, to me, where I live and what's most important. And that's Ward 1 and the South Side.
Yeah, I understand.
So I kind of wanted to just, and then I felt like
much love to the South Side.
Me just getting involved in politics a few years ago. It's always sky's the limit with us. We think we can conquer or whatever.
Believe me, I
but
understand.
I looked at the numbers and I was more strategic, and I said to myself, get this seat first and prove to the people that you for real and that you really can make a change. And then after that, it's a million doors that's going to open.
Exactly.
But back to you.
Yes.
My brother, because the interview is about you.
Yes, it's all good.
Going for state rep, what is it that you really want to lock in on and focus? What's your agenda?
Education.
Okay.
Economic growth and development, particularly here in 54.
Okay.
And gender equality, as far as equal pay and women's rights, focus back on women's rights. And safety and security of our women, because no nation, no community can rise higher than a woman. You look at you show me any society that puts down a woman, I'll show you society that's down. Exactly.
Yes.
And so no nation, no community, like I said, no no community, no nation can rise higher than a woman, man.
Right.
So I firmly believe in that. I was instilled with my mom, and one of the reasons I'm also, it's in my blood, I believe, to fight for social justice and social equality. So that's the reason why I'm running. That is my platform, to focus on education also. Really big,
right? Because you've been in education 20 years,
yeah.
so you know it's only right. So you
Right.
being in education, you running for state rep. I could see it being huge, man, because you didn't, so many kids that
Yes.
been at your desk.
Yes, exactly.
You didn't touch so many
Exactly.
lives already. So for now, for you to take that step, that'd be huge. It'd be such a role model. You could be such a role model. You already have been.
Yeah.
But
I
now you're
appreciate
taking it to another level.
Yeah,
And,
so-
you know, I feel the same way with my situation running for city council.
Yes.
It's just, it's another
It's
level.
another level.
It's another level
It's
than
another
music.
step.
Everything I've
Yes.
done that I thought was big.
Right.
The response I get when somebody tell me like, yes, I can feel we're gonna
Right.
make a change
Exactly.
now. It's
Exactly.
like, man, that mean the world to me.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
and so you've been kind of already dealing with that for 20 years.
Yes,
you know
yes,
what I mean?
I've
So
been-
I really think you will be a real season on your first go around state rep.
Yes.
Already coming in, you know, just I think it'll be huge.
I appreciate
man.
that, man. That's
Definitely.
one reason why people ask me, how come Ike, how come you, that's my nickname for everybody don't know.
Okay.
That's where
Ike,
everybody, yeah.
oh,
that's
Ike
where everybody-
London,
that's where everybody
okay.
calls me.
Like
Yeah,
Mike
see,
Lowry, Ike London.
See what I'm saying? They asked me, Ike, how come you didn't start off with a smaller off? My answer to that is, if you're gonna do something, and my philosophy, do it. You know what I mean? I'm. What if my mother, for example, was Mega Evers community organizer, and if I take it from what she said and what Martin Luther King said, when, if not now, when?
When, right.
So, you know, that's the reason why I'm running. And I said, I would love to go for city council and so forth. I'm not demeaning that. I'm not putting that, because that's where our true, people don't know.
Right.
That's where our true
Power.
politics and power come
Yes.
from. It's in that city council,
Right.
the wards, different wards, and so forth in our different districts like that.
Right.
All politics are local. And I need to stress that.
I definitely I didn't, when you said what you said, it made sense to me, because I tell people all the time, like, for example, with Ajuna, who's running for senator, I support her, and I kind of always want to tie her to my platform, because it's things at that level a city council can't even touch.
Right,
You know,
exactly,
and people
exactly.
are people who's just not going to get involved in politics because of me. By me running, they're going to think I can
Right.
solve so many different
problems.
things,
Right,
and I
right,
can't.
right.
You being in the school system for so long, state rep does fit for what you're doing, because you're at that level already. You have the insight on changing the school system. You running for city council, you can't change the school
Right.
system.
Plus, we're dealing with
You know?
education and dealing with young people. I have insight to almost every facet of a person's life.
Right,
Being mental health, being education, being financial security, and also literacy, and also employment. All those facets of a person's life, because when that child comes to my school, I have to deal with all that
Right.
in order just to teach that child or guide that child the right way. If I have a child in class, or they call me because a child just was crying, and we don't understand why this child is going in having a math test, and all of a sudden breaking out crying, but you find out the young man hasn't eaten.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hasn't eaten since yesterday
Right.
because mama is at work. Now
I gotta cut you off.
Okay, go ahead, man.
No, you talking.
You got me
I'm
going, man,
cutting
because
you
I'm
off
thinking about the
because
people, man.
I'm thinking
That's
of
how I
this.
am, bro.
That's why I'm saying I'm cutting you off. You gotta get in that seat.
Yeah.
Because you have the empathy, the experience, and you dealt. By you saying that, that's why I said I gotta cut you off, because I gotta say this.
Yeah, it's okay.
To get you in that seat, I really feel like you could really make an impact in the school system.
Yes, man.
Because you've been there. Just hearing you say that, breaking it down, like when a kid come to me, they coming with all of this.
Right.
And it's so much emotion that's been pushed to the
Exactly.
side, overlooked, and you getting it all at one time.
All
And
at
you
one
dealt
time.
with it for 20 years. So I had to cut you off to say,
It's all good. I appreciate it.
you're definitely fit for that state rep situation.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So whatever we can do, man, to support it. Gains for Change, Team Gains for Change support you.
Appreciate
Ypsilanti
you.
Newz in the World Today support you. Talent
Yes.
by Talent. That's big homie Chuck behind the camera. Whatever we can do, I would like for you to come on a couple more times before this election.
definitely am. I definitely
end to
am.
where you steady letting people know your agenda, what you've been doing, and just the whole nine all across the
Definitely
board.
will.
And I think today this has been one of my best interviews.
Man, I appreciate
with me
it. I
running,
appreciate
you
it.
running. This is black excellence.
This is and this is what I want to encourage the young men and young women out there. You can do it.
Right.
Me, you come from South Side.
Right.
I come from Ypsi. I come from West Willow.
Right. Same
you know what I mean?
story. Same people.
So you know what I'm saying? Single mother. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? And,
right.
and not the most ideal. Not a silver spoon in your mouth.
You better
But
say it.
if you put your mind to it and say I can and I will, you can and you will. You define your destiny, man. You define your destiny.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? That's what you do. You define your destiny. That's what I tell everybody. In fact, that's on my T-shirts.
Right.
You define your destiny. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's
So,
up. That's what's
and
up.
I want to say I commend you, brother, for what you trying to do and what you're not trying, but what you are doing.
Thank you.
What you and Chuckster and all y'all are doing, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. I can't tell you, we need more of this in our community,
Yeah,
man.
you
Right.
do, bro.
Really
You
do.
That's why we work so hard, man. And I'm sitting here behind this camera, and I'm looking at the comments, everybody, because I just put it on Facebook Live for a minute, just for because it's like this.
Don't cry on this big homie. Big homie emotions.
We should go back live.
Right.
We should go back live. Are we live right now? Okay. Yeah, man.
I'm saying to myself,
This is real.
I said, man, I got my big homie on the left. You know what I'm saying? He doing this thing in the politics.
Yes,
I got my
yes.
big homie on the right. He
Yeah.
doing this thing in the politics, and these guys are wrong with. These ain't guys that I just
Right.
know.
Right.
You know,
These
we
your
just
brothers.
we
Right,
doing
right.
it.
Pull
Exactly.
up.
When we leave here, we going somewhere and hang with each
Right.
other houses. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Exactly.
like it's like I'm looking at this thing, man. It's like you don't understand the movement that we making right now. Because the youth need this, right?
Yes.
They need to see brothers in politics. They need to see brothers in leadership, right? They don't see enough of that. They see thugs, gangsters, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
when they see politicians and leaders and business people that they color, they like, wow, I didn't know that. Wow,
And
how
we
you do
smooth
that?
with it.
Yeah,
now.
smooth with it.
Right. We ain't corny and all,
ain't y'all corny.
Everything's tailored, baby. You know how we do it.
I forgot my coat, but it's all good.
No,
It's all good.
I like
It's
the
all
pink
good.
with the
It's
bow,
all
baby.
good.
I want y'all to talk about the Democratic convention that we went to Sunday.
Okay.
It was big that we went to.
Definitely. Great.
You know,
Great.
it was a big thing.
What I experienced at the convention, that wasn't my first one going to. I went to the last one when Joel Jones went for his run.
Okay,
First
okay.
one, Ian Conyers, the Trump-Hillary situation and all of that. And it was so fast-paced. And you got all these rooms
Black men invited.
with the caucuses.
Yes,
And
yes,
it's like, it was so fast-paced. So going this time, I went with Newz, Virginia, going for state senate. And it was just as faster.
Man,
And it felt so good because that's what I grabbed from it. When I went the first time and everything I accomplished after that, so many big dogs. Hey, Mr. Gaines.
Yes.
You know, and
Yes.
it's like, that was my confirmation of hard work, like, because they didn't know me the first
Right.
go around.
Right.
And now they know me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
to me, it felt so good. And Gretchen Whitmer, her campaign is moving.
Yeah.
Like, it,
Yeah,
man.
man.
moving
Yeah.
hard, bro.
Seeing
Yeah.
Dana Nessel and her group in the hall yelling, and that's
Mills.
Attorney
Yeah,
General,
Pat
Mills.
Pat Miles, and
Pat
Pat Miles.
Mills.
Is
Yeah,
Pat
yeah,
Mills or Miles?
Pat Mills.
Pat Mills.
Pat Mills?
Mills.
Okay, whatever it is. I'm going with Dana Nessel.
Yeah, that's what I voted for. That's what I voted for.
That
Dana
was
Nessel.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Man,
Dana
just
Nessel
seeing
for real.
it, and that's what I said. I
But you know
want
what I
that.
noticed though?
Yeah.
I want
I'm gonna
that.
tell you what I noticed. I noticed in the movement that the women is so.
That's why I brought up
organized.
Gretchen with,
they
man. Woo!
They make us look bad.
Right,
that's what- that's
what I'm trying to- right, that's what-
The women,
working
man,
hard,
they getting
bro.
their time.
I gotta
Their
give it to
time
them,
is
you know,
here.
No hate, bro. You gotta give it to where it's at, man. Them sisters out
They
there, man.
moving.
But
Yeah.
that's what I take from it. Like you said, man.
Yeah.
That's I'm not
All the power
from
is
where
women.
they was there,
Yeah,
and
they
from
were
where
there.
I started to go to the convention, and Chuck was with me when we walked at the door, and the young lady at the door was like, "Oh, you're Isaac Learn.
You're Isaac Learn.
You're gonna be the next representative." And me and Chuck looked at each other like it kind of took me by. You know what I mean? Like, hold on, like, you know what I mean? That type of like. I had to kind of collect myself because that's the first time like that's kind of really happened to me.
Right.
Like that, somebody like just like recognizing me like that from all the grind. But just like you said, like Chuck, it's from grind and working. He's he's been with me out here to go into these various neighborhoods, to these neighborhood watches, to the different meetings, and to the knocking on the door saying, "I'm Isaac London. I want your vote." Kind of being at the store, being at the convenience stores, going to the hair salons, barber shops, and just saying, "I'm Isaac London. I'm a person just like you. I just need your vote."
That's how I try to tell people all the time. Like, I'm touchable.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm a real person. Man, I'm at Abe's every other morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm touchable, man. Before we close it out, I got a couple more questions, but I'm gonna show some love to our sponsor. Speaking of Abe's, shout out to Abe's Coney Island, Sidetrack Bar and Grill, Hilton Real Estate. Shout out to Talent by Talent, One God Clothing. Shout out to what's the handy? What we shouting out?
Fresh Work Factory.
Fresh Work Factory, man. They do the digital work, distribution, a little bit of everything, man. Right, Handy don't never want to talk. We showing love, man. But we got our brother Isaac London in the building, man. He's running for state rep. That's the city of Ypsi Township, and Superior Township. So everybody in the green on the Mac Boulevard, man, y'all can vote for him. Sugarbrook, the Willow, our actual community can vote for him. So there's no excuse if you're not registered.
If you're out there by Lincoln,
right? If you're not registered to vote, we can get you registered. If you're 17 and a quarter and a half, what is it? 17 and a half. You can vote.
You can register.
Felons can vote.
Yes.
Felons can vote.
In the state of Michigan.
In the state of Michigan, you can vote. So there's no excuse why we can't get out and vote.
And don't say that now you don't have an excuse. Because at first people, I don't have an interest in it because it doesn't affect me, or I don't see nobody look at me, or they don't understand what I'm going through. Man. You got two examples of brothers who go through what
blacker
you go through.
You got black and black up here.
Especially me up in there.
Darkness, everybody
darkness in the house.
But you got brothers in here trying to do their thing.
Right.
Who's, like you said, for real. I'm a real person. I tell everybody that's my campaign. Like, a real person who wants to solve real problems for real people.
Hey, man.
So big up to everybody out there who tuned in live, and thank you for
truly appreciate you coming out, man. Before we get out, show some love to the man behind the camera, big homie Chuck. We got Hanny in the building.
Chuck.
Anything you want to say, any shout outs, any more events you want to shout out with the dates and info, your website, wherever, spit it all out.
Yes, Isaac London, www.isaaclondon.com, 2018.com. You can find me at Facebook, Isaac London 2018. You can also go on Twitter at Isaac London 2018, and you can also go on LinkedIn, find me, vote Isaac London 2018.
Everywhere.
I'm trying to do it everywhere, and you can any 734-780-4911. That's my phone number. You think I'm playing? You call me. You can talk to me directly about the issues, whatever you want to talk about. Don't call me about no foolishness now, but call me about the issues or whatever you want to discuss. I'm a person just like you. You can touch me at any event you want me to come to. I will be there. Just let me know. I have also, outside of April 24th, I have my ice cream social coming up. Here to go ice cream.
We in that thing.
May 11th.
I'm bringing all 6 of you.
May 11th, come out, bring your family out. I got one free scoop of ice cream for everybody that's coming out.
Oh, man,
so it's an ice cream social. I want you to come and have a good time with me there. And then there's going to be some other events coming up. We're going to have our night out with the candidate coming up very soon. We're going to have Jazz Fest with the candidate. All that's coming. Okay. So just stay tuned. Go to www.isaaclondon2018.com. Everything about me, everything about the campaign, you can find there.
Thank you so much,
appreciate you, brother.
Ypsilanti News in the world today. Your world's famous host, Karan Boomerang Gaines. Big homie Chuck behind the camera. We got Hanny in the building.
Hanny, my
Isaac
man, rocking my t-shirt.
District 54. We out the building. Peace and love.
Yes, Ypsilanti, baby.
Started off with your Grove, 1823. Soon to be Ypsilanti, 1829.